Alrighty, Roo, and Cuckoo could shoot to you, and all my nobody's not watching out there. So my first 2 bits were completely unusable. I hope I got the audio settings right. But you can't hear me at all. It's so loud. Everything's so loud, and I remember that being a problem with the first one, which I did enjoy, which is why I'm playing this one now, because it also came out for free. Yeah, so I couldn't even, like, it wasn't, like, those are unusable, so I just decided to start a new game, and I didn't get very far, and I was like, let's check this out. Wasn't really enjoying, Fireteam Elite, because I've been watching a lot of Aliens and Predator stuff, and it's just like the aliens it doesn't feel very accurate on how you would be fighting an alien, and playing with bots is one thing, and it's probably better for me, but unless you can play with actual people who are real friends that you know and will, like, work with you, instead of just be like randos online that just steamroll through everything like they're trying to speed run all the time. And then, you know, like, that's just how most people I played with online, and I just don't think the aliens have a good balance. It's like turning them up in difficulty would have just made, there still would have been as many, and they would have just been harder to kill. And that's, like, to me, I don't think that's the scariness of aliens. The scariness of aliens is that they're incredibly good predators, you know? Like, they're one of the most efficient killing species. It's more of a thriller horror, you know, than, like, I don't know. I don't think, like, yes, they do swarm, and that's one of the scary things that they can, there's a lot of them, or there can be. But a single alien can kill a lot of people very quickly. That's kind of what it does, even by itself, even without the benefit of like a hive and a queen, you know, like, and then yeah, so I just didn't think that was very accurate, and it didn't make me laugh like it. And then the Dragon Ball thing was an interesting concept. I just don't, it's wonky. Like, the handling's wonky, everything's wonky. Playing the bad guy's wonky, playing as the temporary powered up person, it just felt like I could barely get anything in targeting, and yeah, so I think it was an interesting concept. I just think it needed more time in the oven, and it didn't, like, if you have a good idea and bad controls, it doesn't matter how good your idea is, because your game won't be very playable, and it'll only be playable to people who really, really, really want to. And that's a thing that I had with Fortnite, which is a terrible example of this, because people love Fortnite. It's one of the most, like, they make so much fucking money off of that, but I don't like it, and a lot of people are willing to get good at the bad handling, and that, you know, more power to them, I guess. It's like, I'm glad that it exists. It makes people happy. I don't think it's been good for the culture or for gaming as a whole, but, you know, Marshmallow was in it. They got a John Wick skin. Like, I think they're just brilliant at marketing, and I think I probably would have been real down for Fortnite if they made the handling good. Like, I don't mind the cel-shaded graphics, I don't mind a lot of that. I think I would have really enjoyed it if it didn't feel wrong to play, like. But I tried, and then it was just like, every firefight just feels like, wow, your character's, like, on something. I don't know what it is, but he barely knows how to pilot his body, like, or she, or whatever, whatever. Anyway, back to this again. I'm all ADHD, trying to figure out this, and hopefully the sound will work and the audio will work. I'm gonna have to end this before I actually start. This is more of like a intro, because I'm checking my audio. So, Mafia II Definitive Edition presents the game's narrative content through in its original form from 2010. The game includes culturally sensitive content themes and is intended for mature audiences. It's like, well, that makes sense. You know, it's a game that it's from 2010, and in the year of our Lord 2023, the dumpster fire that we live in, you know, is sounds so futuristic, but is so not futuristic. Where are flying cars? Just kidding. People can't fucking drive normal cars. Do not give them flying cars. Even though some people are working on them. I think a hoverboard would be cool. And they've made some, but you have to have, like, metal underneath it. And they haven't... There's some things people have, like, flown around on, like, drones and stuff, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Closest is really like a one wheel, you know, those are kind of that. Those look fun. I want to ride one of those one day. Anyway, we're looking at from our current time of very much progressiveness, almost to the point where it could actually become bad. Like it's like sort of ridiculous, some of the things now. And I'm a very progressive and caring person. I support a lot, but it's like, okay, maybe we're going a little too far in a lot of directions. We should really not, you know, like, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that, because I am an ally. It's just, I feel like anybody at this point can see that there's things that it's like, guys, you're making the rest of your people look bad. You know, like, the rest of your group, the rest of whatever, look bad. Like, seriously, tone it down a little sometimes. But we're looking at it from that lens. Back at a 2010 game, which so much has changed then, through the lens of that time, looking at the 1950s. And 1950s was, you know, full of racism, sexism, and that was just kind of, you know, that's like, hey, we still believe smoking is actually healthy for you. You know, and it's like, these motherfuckers have known it causes cancer for years, and they're just like, well, we have studies. We paid a bunch of doctors. I don't know if it was actually when this actually happened, but yeah, no, they knew it was for years, and they were just like, nah, and people are like, you're just a conspiracy theorist. It's like, no, people are getting cancer and dying, like, it's like smokers, they get that smoker's cough, that hack, it's like they're minors. Do you see the pattern? Yes, okay, but you're telling people it's actually healthy for you. All right, that lobbying money and other stuff like that, you know. The dames and the broads, they gotta stay in the kitchen and cook and all that, and then, you know, all the racial slurs and stuff. So, yeah, should be a lot of fun. I like that stuff ironically. It's funny because it's so terrible. But here we go. I'm just gonna end this as an audio test. Yeah.